Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. So today I have for you a Hazy Flame Sphynx deck. I realized the other day that when this card was glitched, I was really trying to make a deck for it, and then I kind of forgot about it, and it's been fixed for a long time and I never revisited it. So I went ahead and built this. I played around with it a little bit and I really like it, so I thought I'd show it to you guys. I'm sure by the time you see this, which is probably going to be Thursday, there's going to be a bunch of decks out with a similar idea, probably better than mine, but I still wanted to show you guys my take on it. So we're using Hazy Flame Sphynx, which for those of you unfamiliar with it, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects, so they can't use like things like Relinquish, they can't econ it, they can use Midjazur, they can't do any of those things to this card, which is pretty amazing. It is a 1 tribute, 1900 attack, 1900 defense, and it has a secondary effect which you send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, and you declare type, and then you send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, and if the card that you sent to the graveyard was to declare type, you can special summon one fire monster from your hand or graveyard. So it's really good. We're using Aroma strategy so that we know at all times what card is in the top of the deck, so we can call the effect with 100% accuracy. That's the basic idea around this deck. We run 3 Hazy Flame Sphynx, 2 Soul Exchange because it is a 1 tribute monster, and it's another way of easily getting it out into the field. 2 enemy controllers for protection in case we need to protect, or Hazy Flame Sphynx in case we need to protect the monster that we're going to be tributing for, or Sphynx, things like that. 1 Floodgate Trap Hole for additional protection, and because there's a lot of Horus and Silent Magician running around, so your enemy controller does not help you with those, this is a good alternative. 2 Mirror Walls. I would only run 1 if I had a second Floodgate Trap Hole, but because I don't, I have another Mirror Wall in here. And then the Beast Rising, which, as you guys know, I really love this card. This is actually my 3rd deck that I show you guys where I use the card, and it's just so good. You can banish one of your Beast type or Beast Warrior type monsters to increase the attack of another monster you control, by the full attack of the monster that you banish. So it's a damage step card, which already makes it really great, and it just has an amazing effect in my opinion. The rest of the cards, the rest of the monsters are all Beast and Beast Warrior types, so that they can synergize with Beast Rising, except for Horus the Black Flame Dragon. And I'm only running 1 level 6 because it's problematic for for your opponent to get out. It's not the easiest card to out. It's 2300, 1 tribute, unaffected by spell effects. So they're gonna have to deal with this one way or another. And meanwhile, you can set up the rest of your plays with your Hazy Flame Sphynx. So you can use tribute for this, or you can special summon it off of the Sphynx. 2 Flame Tiger because it's a really cool card. It's a beast, 1800 fire, so it has huge synergy in this deck, and it has a pretty cool effect. During your draw phase, if this card is in your graveyard and you control no monsters, instead of conducting your normal draw, you can special summon this card, and if you do, banish it when it leaves the field. So basically, this is like it kind of acts like a Treeborn Frog in a way. You do lose your your draw card, but it gives you a monster on the field. So if you don't have anything to protect your monster, like your tiger, and you already have your Sphynx in hand, you can just skip your draw phase, summon this, and then tribute for your Sphynx. So it's very versatile. We run 2 Canine Tar because this can help you send your Flame Tiger into the grave, because it's only 1500, so it's gonna be hard to keep it on the field, although it does have a cool effect to send a Beast Warrior or Winged Beast type monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and it increases the attack of this card by the level of the monster times 100. So if you send your Flame Tiger, this card becomes 1900. So you know, not only are you milling a card that you need in the deck, like in the case of Flame Tiger, but you're also buffing this card to make it a little bit more problematic for your opponent to out. So 2 of those, and then also 2 Fire King Avatar Jakshka. I would probably run 3 and 3 of the Tiger and the Canine Tar, but I don't have 3, I only have 2 of each, so Fire King Avatar is just a placeholder. And it also confuses your opponent a little bit. They might think you're playing Sacred Phoenix when they see this card. So that's it for the deck, and I already told you what's the basic combo of it. Let's go ahead and show you some replays. Alright, I was having some recording issues. Hopefully they went away and I can show you guys these replays. Let's go ahead and get started. First we're going up against Yugi. And it already looks like it's better. Alright, so we're going first. My starting hand is okay. It would have been better going second because of the soul exchange, but we have a Floodgate Trap Hole to protect ourselves if we wanted to. I decided to just take the 1700 damage and save my my Floodgate Trap Hole in case there was a stronger dragon coming up. I used my Hazy Flames effect to summon another one. He gets Vanguard of the Dragon, dumps a dragon, and then goes all the way up to 2100. But I have my Beast Rising face down, so he runs into a 3800 wall. I activate my Hazy Flame once again to summon my Horus. He tries to stop the attack with Majesty with Eyes of Blue, but as you know, Horus is unaffected by spells, so he's not able to do anything. And I just win the game. Nice and quick Duel 1 victory. And I believe this next replay is against Red Eye Zombies, which was a very interesting duel. He was a Platinum 5 player, and I can't remember if it was his, his rank up match, but I remember that feeling very satisfied after I won this duel. So I just summoned my Fire King Jakshka. He's got his Red Eyes Wyvern and just crashes into it. He decides to storm my face down, which was a little odd, so my Beast Rising goes away. He goes for the Gozuki and gets in there for 1700. I have Soul Exchange and I have my enemy controller, so I go ahead and tribute the Gozuki. He's able to summon his Red Eye Zombie. I summon my Hazy Flame Sphynx, a second one, and luckily with the enemy controller I'm going to be able to protect one of them, which is all I need since I have a Beast Rising coming up. So I set the Beast Rising, I activate my Hazy Flame once again, summoning Jakshka instead of Sphynx because I knew I was going to be banishing it in order to buff my original Hazy Flame. So I go ahead and do just that, and now I have a 3700 monster that cannot be targeted by effects. Not really sure what Red Eyes can do about that. I knew he had a Red Eye Spirit. He immediately activates it. I go ahead and bring my Sphynx back into the field, summon Jakshka from my hand, and I'm able to wipe his entire board, getting another 3700 Hazy Flame Sphynx in the process. Nothing he can do really at this point. I just summon my Horus just to add insult to injury and go for the slight BM to get those all important duel assessment points with the over 5000 damage. You guys know that anytime I can BM a little bit for you guys, I'll go ahead and do it. Y'all seem to enjoy it during the stream, so I'm sure you enjoyed during the replays. Alright, so this next duel against Yami Yugi. We're going first again. For some reason I kept going first with this deck, even though preferably you want to go second. I open with one of my brickiest hands. I do have my Floodgate, but luckily for me my opponent is not playing aggressively, so I'm able to get my Hazy Flame, and now I'm going to top deck my Soul Exchange. I go ahead and soul exchange this face down, which was the smart decision since it ended up being what's this thing called? Bubonic Vermin. Anyway, I thought it was nice and safe with my two Hazy Flames on board, and he goes Lava Golem, which got me pretty salty to be honest, but I just went ahead and tributed for my Horus. So now I have a monster that is unaffected by spells, and he has to deal with that. I started thinning my deck with the Canine Tar, just so I could get into my third Hazy Flame Sphynx as soon as possible. That's basically all I'm doing right here. He's got the Bubonic Vermin, so he's actually able to stall for quite a bit, and I get a little concerned about decking out, so I think I stopped using my my Canine Tar's effect. Yeah, now at this point I'm just trying to attack to get in there for some damage. He reveals a massive morph, so I know he's got one in hand, which is going to be annoying to deal with. He takes the 2300 and activates massive morph on my canine, and he did this so he could get his destiny draw, you know, taking the 2000 damage. Activates Big Bang Shot on my other Canine Tar, but I go ahead and chain my Beast Rising just to clear it out of the field, and I can summon my Flame Tiger. Attack that face down. He picks up a Hamstrat, which, you know, you guys know how I feel about that card. I try to attack for game. He's got the second massive morph, but we got the Flame Tiger for the game. I'm not really sure what my opponent's winning condition was. I don't know if it was just to stall and burn you with Lava Golem, but it was kind of an interesting deck. I haven't tried to build anything with massive morph yet. I might try to come up with something cool for you guys. Alright, so this next duel against another Kaiba. And it looks like my my recording issues went away, so that's pretty awesome. Alright, here we're going second. He's got restart. And I have my Flame Tiger, which, as I was saying, it's great to have. I can either protect it with my enemy controller, or I can just let it die, which is what I decide to do. I attack into that, triggering a card which came out very important since it was a Metal Morph that would have ruined my whole play with Hazy Flame Sphynx. So I go ahead and econ take, you know, doing kind of a great keeper play. And he does have a mirror wall though, so he pays for the mirror wall. My Sphynx goes all the way down to 950, but I have Beast Rising, so I just banish it. And because I banished during the damage step, his Spear Dragon could not attack again, and it's forced to go into defense mode. After that, I was in complete control of the duel, and he just rage quits. That's a very cool thing about Beast Rising, is because it's a, you know, it's a damage step card. You can use it to dodge cards like Super Rush and you know, Kuribos, things like that. And the cool thing is that because you're activating during the damage step, which is a step beyond the battle step, your opponent does not get to replay, so they just forfeit their attack for that, you know, for that turn, I guess. Normally, if you activate something during the battle step, or yeah, during the declaration of battle or the battle step, and something changes on the field as far as the monsters you control, then your opponent gets to replay that attack. They can't do that with Beast Rising because it's during the damage step. So here we're going up against Sacred Phoenix. I have my enemy controller, so I protect my Joshka because I'm trying to tribute for my Hazy Flame Sphynx. I was hoping he wouldn't have the mirror wall, and unlucky for me, he does have it, but he didn't summon anything else, so I was okay with my Hazy Flame being destroyed because I knew I was going to top deck another one. And we're back to the same situation, but now I have my Beast Rising and my monsters are in attack position, so he just rams himself into a 37 wall. I summon a second Hazy Flame Sphynx, and he's got the Curse of Anubis, but again, he can only take care of one. He goes Tribute to the Doom, can't target my Hazy Flames. I don't know if he actually meant to do that so he could summon his Sacred Phoenix, but I had so much damage on board that it was not going to get back to his turn. And once again, for the BM points and the duel assessment, we get over 5,000 damage. Pretty easy. A great deck in my opinion. Very fun and very fun to use. I'm gonna be using this probably on tomorrow's stream if you guys are down for it. But again, I really enjoyed it. Here's the deck list. I hope you guys liked it as well. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link will be down in the description. And until next time.